Hi everyone, welcome to another video. So it is that time of year again. This only happens twice a year and it is the Sephora savings event. I love this time of year. I usually have things in my cart and then pick up a few of them during the sale. So if you're not familiar with the Sephora sale, it is something that only happens twice a year, usually in the spring and then in the fall. And the savings are based on a tier system. So if you are a Rouge member, you get 20% off and the sale starts a little bit earlier for you. So this year it's starting on November 1st and that runs until November 11th. If you're a VIB member and also a Beauty Insider member, the sale starts for you on November 5th and still runs until November 11th. I believe with Rouge, you have to spend about $1,000 within the year to maintain that status. And I think with VIB, it's about $350. I'll have everything linked for you guys down in my description box. One of the nice things that they do though is their whole Sephora collection, which is their Haus brand, which are really, really good products. I have lots of different types of products from them. They have that as 30%. So those ones for sure, I always have my wish list, and those are the ones I usually buy at this time because 30%, that's a pretty good savings. And this also applies, you can shop in store or online. If you are shopping online, the code name this year is savings. And then when you go to checkout, it will apply the discount at that time. Now, I generally try not to repeat myself each time the Sephora sale comes on with products that I want to show you guys and review with you guys. But there is a few that are just unconditionally my favorite. And if you have the opportunity to pick them up, I highly, highly recommend. They are my holy grail products. But other than that, I do try and switch it up. Some of these could be new launches from like over a few months. Some of these could be older products. But one thing that I always try and keep in mind is how do they apply on mature skin? Because that's what my channel is all about. So when I'm trying all these products, I'm always in the back of my mind thinking, how is this applying to my face? Does this look good? Does this not look good? Are other mature women that watch my channel, are they going to like these products? So at the end of the day, that's my thought. Yes, there is tons of new launches always coming out, but some of them honestly just, I think, aren't great for mature skin. So the first product I'm going to show you was a newer launch at the beginning of the year, and it's a product by Kosas, and it's the Dreambeam Sunlit Comfy Smooth Sunscreen. So this has an SPF of 40. I really enjoy this one for a couple of reasons. One, it makes my skin quite radiant. It gives me a little bit of a glow, and it has a bit of a tint to it. So there is some days in the summertime where I just threw this on and I didn't apply anything else to my face. It just looked really good, evened out my skin tone, very easy to blend out with your fingers. It smells great. So that is one of the nice things about this product is you can wear it alone, or it plays very, very nicely with makeup, other foundations or skin tints that you want to put on. So it is a silicone-free mineral sunscreen, which has ceramides and peptides. It's safe for sensitive skin. It's hyperallergenic, non-comedogenic, and it's also great because with it being a mineral sunscreen, it doesn't leave that white cast. I'm not sure if you guys have used mineral sunscreens in the past and you kind of, sometimes it just doesn't blend in very well and you do kind of have like a whitish look to your face, whereas this has more of a peachy kind of color. That tint is like a peachy color, and that is going to neutralize the zinc oxide to make it not white. And once I put it on, I usually give it about 5 minutes just to let the sunscreen sink into my skin before I start applying my other products. And I use this pretty much all summer, and there's still like a fair amount in here. When I shake it, I can still hear it. And I like how small it is too. Like you can just throw this into your bag, and it's great for traveling because it is on the smaller side. Forgot, I should have actually started with these two products before I went in with the sunscreen. So when I said I'm going to talk about products as I apply them, put this one as first. So I can't do a Sephora video without talking about the Merit Great Skin. This is the Instant Glow Serum. And you can see that I am definitely waiting for the sale. I am just about out of this. This is a phenomenal product. I use this on my skin every single day. And since they've come out with the Great Skin Firming Moisturizer, these two products together are a match made in heaven. So this has been my skincare routine for the last little while. So you apply the serum first. It just feels so soft. And because I've had this on my channel so much, what I'll do is there's a few videos that I've done about Merit, and I'll include those down in the description box for you. And you can go check those ones out. And I go more into it, like in-depth reviews about the product, especially this one, because this is like my holy grail product serum to use on my face. And then this is a newer launch for them. It's been out for a few months, but this is so fabulous. And I can't believe how wonderful my skin feels, how soft. And the best thing about this moisturizer is it's also a primer. So there's days where I'm just throwing this on and I don't even use another primer, which is great. It just gets my skin prep for my foundation. And I am going to use a few Merit products in this video, but I can't do a Sephora video without talking about Merit. And no, this is not sponsored by them at all. I just truly love the brand. They have some amazing, amazing products. So next on the list is the Merit. This is their new brow pencil. So it's a brow 1990. They also have a brow, like a tint, but I love the pencil that they've come out with. It's a dual-ended product, so it does have like a really super soft spoolie on the end. That's one of my go-tos for an eyebrow pencil. I don't like the pencils when they're like a hard, bristle type of product, and it actually just kind of sometimes hurts putting it through your hairs. So this one is so soft. And then the actual pencil is like seriously ultra fine. Now, one word of caution about this pencil, because it is so small, don't twist it up too far or it can snap, because it is just so precise. I'm just going to try and swatch a little bit for you. My shade is dark brown. It is the one that I'm using today. And when I said like the pencil is so small, it is only 1 millimeter. I like that it is also a gel formula. So when you are running it through your brow, it does a great job of applying the actual shade, like the product. And it doesn't do any sort of like pulling, or it doesn't take a lot of effort to actually put the product through your brows, and just leaves my brows really, I'm going to say, natural looking and have like a softness to them. I didn't really have any, I'm going to say, eyeshadow palettes that either launched this year that I haven't shown before or shown like in a favorites video for Sephora. So I just kind of skipped the eyeshadows for this event. But certainly go check out some of my older Sephora videos. I'll link some of those down below. And I do have some different ideas in there. So we'll jump ahead to eyeliners. So I have a few different eyeliners from different brands, and they do different things. So the first eyeliner that I use specifically for tight lining it's by the Sephora collection, and it's the 12-hour contour eye pencil. I have this in the shade Tiramisu. So it is a pencil that you have to sharpen, but whatever reason, I just love the shade. The shade is perfect for tight lining. If you don't want to use like a black, is that one right there? It's just a really, almost like a chocolate brown, but it is a waterproof formula, and it does stay in the waterline. I'm going to say for the most part. There sometimes can be a little bit of transfer down onto my bottom waterline, but sometimes I think it's just because my eyes tend to water a little bit, so it does do a little bit of transferring. I like the fullness that it gives the look of my lash. Like I'm running it along my upper waterline here, but I'm just kind of putting it right into the lash line, and it really does give some fullness and fills in the lashes. So that's my favorite one for tight lining. And then my favorite one for running underneath right now, like where I have the eyeliner underneath my lower lash line. This is also by Sephora. This one is a little bit harder to read because it is so well worn. It's the shade that I use though. This one though is a retractable version of it, and it's the shade Shimmer Taupe. Look at how beautiful that is. I like using it on my bottom lash line because it is like a soft shade. It's not too much. It's not like a stark black. It's not even like a brown. It just is giving a hint of color. It is waterproof as well. I also like that this one is retractable, like I said, so you can just turn it up and down. There's no transfer with this one. The odd time I will use it on my very, very top lash line. And this one also does have a little smudger on the end here, and also a sharpener. So even though it's retractable, you sometimes do need to sharpen it. So nice little features. And like I said, all the Sephora stuff is 30% off during the Sephora sale. So those are great finds. I usually buy a couple of these ones that just last me until the next sale. Now this eyeliner was a launch, I'm gonna say at the beginning of summer, but it fast became one of my favorites. And this is an eyeliner that I use to do my top lash line. And I've used it, I'm going to say, a lot in some of these videos. So I'm not going to go into too much detail about this one because I've had it on my channel so much. And it's the Kosas the Soul Gazer. I love the shade. It's called Allure and it's a dark brown. So it's that one there. Now it does look very similar, I will say, to the Sephora Tiramisu color. This one has just a little bit more richness to the shade. This one also is waterproof. But what is unique about this one is it has hyaluronic acid in it. It's very long wearing. I never have any issue with it doing any sort of smudging on me or fading throughout the day. It's waterproof. You can, if you wanted to use this one as your tight line, you could use this one as well. I like the little feature that it's a retractable, and it also has like a little soft grip right here. So if you're holding the pencil, your hands aren't going to slip at all. And then it also has a little smudger. I actually use this smudger a lot for if I want to do any sort of like a little cat eye or any sort of like a tiny baby wing. Sometimes I'll just do like tiny little baby wings, and this just helps blend it out. And then on top of that, it has a little sharpener as well. So great pencil, several different shades. And I like how it's a gel formula, so it just glides onto my eye. So this was a great find for this year. And then the last eye type of pencil that I have this is a newer launch as well this year. It's the Tarte. This is the Fake Awake eyeliner, but this is more of a shade to use in your bottom waterline. I don't usually use bottom waterline colors a lot throughout the week. I just don't want it clogging, down in my lower lash line. But there is days where I just want my eyes to look a little bit brighter, and you can see how this shade is perfect for that. It just gives the eyes a little bit of intensity and brightness to them. Now this pencil you can use as like an inner corner. If you wanted to add like a little bit of color to your inner corner on your waterline, you can use it on your brow bone. So it's versatile that way. That's the shade right there. So a nice nude shade. I like using those ones because they don't look like a harsh white one. Sometimes white can look like a little bit too bold. I like more like a natural nude shade. So this one is perfect for that. It does have on the end like a little smudger, but I generally don't use that because I'm just using it in my waterline. One of the things I just realized, going to grab the next product, and I was looking around going, wow, I'm going to say the good majority of the products that I'm showing you today are either like cruelty-free or vegan. So if that's important to you, Sephora is a great place for all of that type of stuff. So the next product we're going to go in with is a product that I use a lot in the summertime because it's so great for my skin and it's such little effort to apply it. And it's the Merit. This is called the Minimalist. Let me get the whole name here. The Minimalist Perfecting Complexion Stick. Now what you can do is use this as, I'm going to say, it's not really considered a foundation, but you can use it like a foundation. You can also use it as a concealer. I have mine in the shade Linen. So what I did today was I applied this to my face. I did more of like a spot area, and then I went in with a little, I'll show you the foundation that I used, but the Minimalist is such a great product. It is so creamy. So it's right there. You can use it for spot concealing. You can use it for all over coverage. And you can also use it for sculpting. So if you purchased a deeper shade, you could definitely use this for like contouring or bronzer, that sort of thing. I just usually use it just as a product to even out my skin tone. It looks so radiant and hydrating on the skin. I think this is like one of the perfect products for mature skin. You can either blend it in with your fingers because it blends in so easily, or you can use a brush. But what I did today was I just applied it to the one side of my face, and then I just wanted to show you guys the contrast of the side that isn't done and the side that does get done, and how it gives a natural look to the skin. You can build it up if you want more coverage. It's very lightweight, and I'd even say it's like a great one and done type of product. And then after I used that Merit stick, I did go in with a little bit more coverage today because I wanted to show a foundation that I don't think gets enough love. I hardly ever see anybody talking about this foundation. It was a foundation that was recommended by one of my viewers. So it is the Morphe Light Form Extended Hydration Foundation. I have this in the shade Light 05N, which is light with neutral undertones. Like I said, I hardly ever see anybody talking about this foundation, and it is wonderful. It is one of those types of products that as you use it more, you'll see benefits, and it says even after a week. Now, I unfortunately don't use it every single day. I'm usually using other products. It's a lightweight foundation. Look at how nicely it has covered up all of my veins on my hand. Can you see the nice sheen that it gives? I'll say that you can build it up to a medium coverage. It looks like second skin. It's like one of those products that when they say second skin, this is perfect for that. It's really comfortable. I don't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face. Even with both of those products combined, I feel like I really don't have anything on my skin right now. So loving the product, and I really enjoy that it was recommended by one of my viewers. So thank you very much. Now, I didn't want to show just the same old concealers that I'm always showing. There's always my go-to concealers that I use all the time. But a recent find for me that I started using, and it's the one by Saie. So this is called the Slip Tint Radiant All Over Concealer. So it is one of those type of concealers that you can use just not only under your eyes, but you can use it on the rest of your face to do more spot correcting. I have this one in the shade 4, which is a light with warm undertones. What I like about this one is it does leave my under eye area quite hydrated, even by the end of the night. I don't find it does creasing. It doesn't settle all into my fine lines. It also does have a niacinamide in it, which is going to help soothe and condition the under eye area. It has hyaluronic acid in it, which is going to hydrate. And I find it gives me just enough coverage. It's not a full coverage concealer by any means. I find it's more of like a medium coverage, and it feels very lightweight under the eye. So I really have been enjoying this one. And even though there is a bunch of mascaras at Sephora, my go-to that I still purchase is the one by Merit. Actual name is the Clean Lash. This is a tubing mascara, so that's one of the reasons I love it. It removes so easily at the end of the night. So if you're not familiar with a tubing mascara, they basically just are making like little tubes around the lashes, and at the end of the night, all you need to do is use basically some warm water, and they will come off as little tubes, which is great for anybody that has mature skin, because we don't want to be doing any sort of tugging, any sort of unnecessary roughness around the eye, right? That is such a delicate area. So anytime that I'm not having to be rough, like removing my makeup, I absolutely love. This one, I'm going to say it doesn't give me the absolute, crazy amount of volume. It does give me some lengthening, and this is one of those mascaras that I never ever have an issue with it flaking on me, smudging on me. It's very long lasting, and it's just like there's nothing special about the wand, the bristles on the wand. It feels, it's hard to describe. It feels almost gentle when you're putting it on your lashes. Like you can build this up, and I have never, ever, ever had it clump on me. Never. And it just gives some nice separation to the lashes. I do have a little clip where I show that I just did the one side of my lashes because I knew I was going to be putting like some half lashes on today. But you can see the amount of lengthening that it gives. So it's a very, very, very nice mascara. Now this category was a little bit difficult for me to pinpoint one thing because I use all of these. So I thought I would give you different formulas. So this is some bronzers that I have that I've purchased throughout this year. So the first one I want to show you is a liquid version, and this is the Makeup by Mario. This is the Soft Sculpt Bronzing and Shaping Serum. This is a liquid bronzer. I have this in the shade Light. So a couple of ways you can use this product. Now, I didn't use it today just because I had already used that Kosas on my skin, and that already gives me a bit of a tint, so I didn't want to go overboard. The bottle is designed in two different ways. So you can either use the wand and apply products on your face if you want to use it as a bronzer, contour, but then it also has a pump on the top. And that way you can use it if you want to mix it in with other products like moisturizer, that sort of thing. I find this gives me a really nice sun-kissed glow. I have used it a bunch of different ways. I've put it on my skin before I apply my foundation or whatever skin products I'm using. And then I've also used it as a bronzer. This definitely gives you more of a sheer coverage. It's not a product that's going to put a lot of color on your skin. See how lovely that is and hydrating? And then when you blend it in, look at how easily that just blended in. Isn't that gorgeous? But it gives such a beautiful luminosity to the skin. It does have hyaluronic acid in it. It has vitamin E in it, which is very hydrating. And before anybody says anything, I owe you guys a video for Makeup by Mario. I know I said in a video a while ago that I was going to do like a dedicated one brand Makeup by Mario video. I still have to do that. I know I still have to do that because I have pretty much everything I need now to do a full face. So I will have that done in the future here. Now the bronzer that I did use today is a product that has been around for a while, but it is from one of my favorite brands at Sephora, and that is by Rare Beauty. And the thing I like about Rare Beauty is her products, I'm going to say, aren't overly expensive. Even for Sephora, like they're, I'm going to say, not bad pricing. She has tried to keep her product price reasonable. So that's one of the things I do really enjoy about her items. So the product that I have today is called the Warm Wishes Effortless Bronzer Stick. I have this in the shade Power Boost. And when it says effortless, like this stick is really effortless to blend in. And how she describes it as a mistake-proof product, which this really is. You cannot make a mistake using this. It is so user-friendly. And how it melts into the skin, it's not one of those type of products that kind of just sits on the surface. It actually just kind of sinks into the skin. Oh my goodness, does it blend easily? Oh my goodness. Watch when I blend this in. It is so creamy. Like, look at, that was like, what, 4, 5 circles? And look at how easily it blended in. It gives such a beautiful, natural warmth to the skin. Like, it is one of my favorite products. It feels like it's almost gone to like a powdery type of feel to it. It just says, swipe on, blend and go. And that's how simple it is. She does have several different shades in this, so it speaks to a whole bunch of different skin tones. This doesn't, I find like this will last all day. It doesn't do any fading. It's not greasy. It doesn't look like cakey at all. And this is one of the few products that I actually put directly onto my face. So today when I applied it, I just put a swipe on my face. I blended it in. And then for the rest of my face, I just used the brush and blended it in that way, and also down my neck. And then to give you an option for more of a powder type of bronzer, it's the Taupe. So this is more of a recent find for me. It is the Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have this in the shade Statuesque, which I believe is like the lighter shade. So with Taupe products, he has the bronzer. He also has a blush that I enjoy, and also a highlighter. They all come in the same type of format where there is a cream product and then also a powder product. So there's the cream product, and then there's the powder. But they do work really, really well together. And he recommends putting the cream on first and then the powder. I find this one gives me more of a natural look. So a really great blush that launched this year, and I'm so happy that I picked it up, is the one by Haus Labs. So it is the Color Fuse Longwear Hydrating Glassy Lip and Cheek Blush Balm Stick. So I have this one in the shade Glassy Pomelo. It's a really lovely pink shade. Isn't that lovely? She has a few other shades that are all just beautiful. And then for blendability, here, just let me take my glasses off. It really does blend in nicely. So today what I did was I just used a brush to apply it. But it's one of those products, again, you can just use your finger if you want to. And then what the also nice thing about it is you can use it on your lips. Now, one of the things that I notice when I use this is I don't use a highlighter. So today, between the bronzer stick and this blush, look at how beautiful and luminous my skin looks, and I'm not wearing highlighter today. Right here on the high points of my cheeks, look at that beautiful luminosity, radiance coming from my skin. So I love that. It's just one extra step that I don't have to do. How it's described as this is a serum-based product. I didn't have to take a lot onto my brush to create the nice pinkness on my cheek. So this was one of those great blush finds of the year. And then some of the lip products that I've really been enjoying lately and I think are great for mature skin. So one is a lip oil. So I applied just a regular, I just have like a lipstick and a lip liner on today, but they're not from Sephora, so I won't show those. I will have everything linked and listed down in the description box for you. So one of my favorites is the Kosas. This is the Wet Lip Oil Plumping Treatment Gloss, but it's the shade Unzipped, which is a milky pink champagne. This is my favorite lip topper right now. And what I've been doing a lot of days is just filling in my lip with a lip liner and then going in with this. So that's the shade there. It's so pretty. And I'm not going to say it lasts an insane amount of time. It is a lip oil, but I'm going to say it lasts a decent amount of time. So that's been one of my absolute favorites. And then I've also been going in with Haus Labs. This was a new launch from this year. And it is a hydrating, this is a PhD hybrid lip glaze. So this one is more of a thicker formula. I forgot to tell you, it is in the shade Macaron. So it's like a nice pink, just like a little wand. What the heck, I'll put a bit more on. It is a bit of it's a thicker formula than the lip oil from Kosas. Now, one of the things that I like about this one is it is not sticky, and it's like a 4-in-1 product. I think the claims is that it's a lip gloss, a lip oil, a lip balm, and then also a lip plumper. So that's the shade right there. See how nice and glossy it is. It is very, I will say very glossy. Like it does give some high shine. But the thing with this is it says it's a plumper, but it's nice because it doesn't have that really like a stinging feeling at all. And I actually don't feel a lot happening right now. Sometimes I'll feel like a cooling sensation, but I don't even get that. And it does come in several different shades. Now this is one of those iconic type of lip balms, been around forever. This is the Summer Fridays. This is the Lip Butter Balm. I have in the shade Vanilla Beige, and this always wins awards, like always wins awards. So it has one of those tops where you just kind of squeeze the top and the product comes out. So there it is right there. I find these ones very hydrating, very conditioning on the lips, help with dryness, and it never feels greasy. So this one is a great one. I can see why it wins a bunch of awards. And then one of my last ones that I did pick up I think it was the beginning of this year. I don't know if that was when it was launched, but it's by the Gwen Stefani line, the Give line. And I have this, it is the Spark the Fire Plumping Lip Balm. I have the shade Love. I think she has 3 different shades. So this one has more of a cooling sensation to it. And don't let the color scare you. It really doesn't go on that pink. When I first got it and I opened, I'm like, oh no, that's like really pink. But when you see it on the skin, it barely shows up. So it's this one right here. You can kind of see it has like a really light pink. But out of all of them, this one actually stays on a long time. You can kind of see it gives like some little bit of like the hydration on my lip. It smells great. It actually smells like a bubble gum kind of scent, but it definitely gives me shine. And well, I mean, her packaging is so pretty. Like she has all through here, it's all like the little logo. So very, very pretty packaging. I have a few of her products, which are all great. And this just gives like a decent amount of shine. I think the catchphrase on her product is, it's just the right amount of spice, which I can feel like it doesn't, there's actually not even like a very big sensation of like a cooling effect at all. It's just subtle. So that's a really nice product as well. And then I couldn't do a Sephora favorites video without including this product because I have it in every single Sephora video. Because this is a holy grail product for me and I use it every single night. And it's the Lawless, the Forget the Filler Overnight Lip Plumping Mask. So I think this is again my opinion, I think this is better than the Laneige Overnight Mask. This, I wait until the sale and then I usually pick up about 2 of them and that will last me then until the next sale. There's just something about this product, the consistency of it. I just put a very tiny amount on my lip before I go to bed. It's usually on my lips when I get up in the morning. I really, really think that this has helped and contributed to my lips not being as thin. If you go back and look at even some of my videos like 4 years ago or so, they were a little bit thinner. And I look, like even now when I'm looking in the mirror, I know that there is definitely some fullness to them. And like I said, I contributed to this. It does give you a little bit of a cooling sensation after you apply it, but it's nothing over the top. It has shea butter in it. It has hyaluronic acid in it. I have this one in the shade, it's Sweet Dreams. When I first started buying this, I think it only came in the one shade and I've just kind of stuck with that. Since then, I think she's come out with a few different other shades, but I still stick with this one. It's just like more of a clear formula. All right, we got through it. I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually pretty exhausted right now. That was a lot of product to talk about. Seriously, they are my favorite products. Like I said earlier in the video, I think that all of these products are so good for mature skin. And that's the first thing I think about. How well is it going to work on my skin and not accentuate fine lines or sink into my smile lines or anything, whatever product I'm using. So these are great, great products. So let me know down in the comments whether you guys are taking advantage of the Sephora sale and if you're purchasing anything. Everything that I talked about will be linked and listed down in the description box. And if you ever do use any of my affiliate links, I thank you very much for helping support my channel. I do earn a little small, I'm going to say small commission whenever there is something purchased from my link. So thank you very, very much. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you're not already. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!